Hello, everybody. How are you today? As you can see, I'm a bit rough in terms of my edges, etc. But that's besides the point. This is, first of all, I just want to say, please like, subscribe, share. Yeah, I very, very much appreciate everything that everybody is doing in terms of sharing, etc. So thank you for this. Number one, I just want to say um, thank you first of all, everybody who, anybody, even any particular person who's seen it. Thank you. Okay. Second of all, I just want to say this episode was damn good. It was. It's a good episode, and I mean it in terms of lesson in life. So it's not just this particular episode. It's not just about you know um, it's not just about wrestling, wrestling in itself. It's about a character who has been wrestling for a long, long time, who has been doing this for such a long time, a person. And to be honest with you, it's like when you are actually in the car and you can't see the mistakes that you're making when you're turning left, right, etc. You're missing the stop sign, etc., and all that. And then on the other side is when you're outside the car, which is like from the observer, like for example, people, like ourselves, the observer is someone in the helicopter watching the car going through red lights, etc. Sometimes some people can see the mistakes and sometimes people can't, and then you can't understand why they do that, why they actually, why are they behaving in that particular way. But in this regard, it comes with everything. It's like sometimes when you take things too seriously, there's a thing called for, the big thing everybody is saying is Father Time. Father Time has been basically knocking on the door of the Undertaker for a while, and to be honest, we've all said it. For a while, we've all said it. I mean, like um, Batista, he said it. He said it numerous times, even when I think it was WrestleMania, at a particular point where Batista was fighting Triple H. It said as on that particular time, and it was coming to the point where even Batista himself said, "You know what? I think I'm glad he's not actually wrestling right now." But yeah, and the thing is like throughout this particular episode, you kind of see like, okay, the addiction part of it, the fame, the adulation from not just the fans, but also the younger wrestlers out there, who respect him, who look at him as a father figure, as a god, as he even said it himself, he's the godfather, godfather of the, professional wrestling. And, they come to him like, basically they revere him so much, and it's quite frankly that reverence, etc. I think in WrestleMania he did initially feel as though that it was incomplete. He still felt, I felt he felt out of place, that he shouldn't continue with the actual, that he shouldn't continue with the actual, that he should come and wrestle. But the thing was, he continued to wrestle, and that was the main thing. And the good thing is, Father Time catches up, and it basically told him, that a couple of moves here and there, it can go all pear-shaped, like the match against Goldberg. Goldberg is no spring chicken himself, I mean, normally if he takes a bump here and there to the head, I remember in his early days when he was in his 30s, early 40s maybe even, when he took a shot to the head, like when he banged his head against to psych himself up on what was it, on the lockers, yeah, on the metal, he wouldn't concuss himself. But now he managed to hit the turnbuckle full head on, and he could bust him open straight away. You know what I mean? That in itself is it just shows, they're not by the time just catch up with everybody, regardless of the situation. Undertaker's in the same boat as the Undertaker, as Goldberg is as well, but he's had more mileage, to be honest, on his clock. And is that chasing the dragon part, which I kind of, what Triple H said, which kind of made me actually, think to myself, that's a part of everybody's life. Is like, you're always chasing to get to that particular point. You want to get the ultimate moment for yourself, for your career, but it's always a bit short. It's always a bit short. That's a part of life, I guess. You know what I mean? So is when to know when to accept, the harsh realities of life, whereas instead of trying to overcompensate. And but you may be able to overcompensate in life at certain points, but at what cost? At what cost? And at Extreme Rules, he had that match, and then he said he felt good about himself. He felt a nice little vibe inside himself, and that's good. He felt a good vibe, but he said but in a way, he felt it was all over. You know what I mean? He felt it was over because I think he didn't feel the same physically. He knows he's going again. Vince was like, "Well, we'll talk to you later," as usual. This is the thing: is the drug addictions there? That's the problem, and I still think Undertaker's still going to continue. Next WrestleMania, there will be another WrestleMania still, in my opinion. But on my mind, what he said in terms of closure, he said, I'm done. And he was just letting him, but this time he actually meant it, because he said, I'm just letting you know, I'm not going to spring it out on you. Just so that he can basically tell Vince, you know what I mean? It's not like a joke now, you know what I mean? That was the main thing. Sometimes when if you tell someone out of the blue, like if someone like, oh, you know what, it's done. It doesn't mean anything, you know what I mean? But this time, he was saying it like, okay, it's done. I'm just letting you know, so we can close this chapter now, because this is the end of the day. So he's gonna go home, think about it, blah blah blah. But he's gonna go home and think about it. But the main thing is coming to the end of the day, and it finished on the point where he's walking alongside AJ Styles, and then he tells him to stop, and it was like directly done on purpose. And then they're basically saying, Triple H was saying, what a way to go out, in terms of reaching the dragon as such, in terms of facing AJ Styles as that way to go out would be amazing. And I think, who knows, we're going to find out in the last episode that is it going to be over for The Undertaker. To be honest, this would be his perfect ending, but unfortunately, it's not in front of a crowd. That is what is annoying. Ugh. I mean, I'm gonna watch episode 5. If this is the end of The Undertaker, you know what? Perfect ending, storybook ending, great match with AJ Styles, the Boneyard match, or Buried Alive match. Everybody who wants to watch it, go out and watch it. If you're a fan of entertainment, you can watch it and you'll enjoy it for sure. It's just entertaining. All around, it's just pure entertainment. AJ Styles being a cocky geezer himself. Undertaker just being himself as well. Being the old man in the yard. it was kind of like an amalgamation of all three characters as such, the dead man, the American badass, as well as all of his other characters, except the Ministry of Darkness one. I didn't really take for that, in my opinion. Sorry, I didn't really like that one. Kind of went a bit pear shaped for me. For my liking, it did, because he just went, the corporate ministry, that just became a joke, and it disintegrated, in my opinion. But yeah, I think for overall, I think Undertaker, if this is your last one, good on you. But it's something to take for everybody. You know what I mean? You've got to have a limit. You've got to have a perfect time and you've got to realize reality as well. There's hopes and dreams, but you've got to match your reality as well with it. You know what I mean? You might want to be a doctor, but if the reality is you can't get top grades in class, you might want to think about something different. You know what I mean? It's what I mean to say is it's a good episode in terms of like for an objective point of view. In terms of a documentary series, it's brilliant. It's really good. I mean, I didn't get into it initially. I mean, like on the beginning of the episode, I was just thinking to myself, dude, you're way past it, and you're not admitting to it. But then you kind of get the understanding of why he's feeling like that, because he can still do the bombs, he can do quite a bit, but the thing is like obviously the adulation, etc. But then you've got to look at reality wise what you can do in working wise. I don't think it's going to be the end of the Undertaker, to be honest with you, because I think he needs to finish off in front of a crowd. So I think doing one more WrestleMania against AJ Styles again, the rematch, and this time AJ wins it. That will be the closure, one-on-one. You get it? And there will be the passing of a torch, and you could even get Gallows and Gallows. Who is it? Gallows and Andrews. What's his name? The Bullet Club. Um, the Bullet Club. You can even bring them back for AJ Styles at the next WrestleMania, WrestleMania 37. That will be the perfect ending. WrestleMania 37, AJ Styles versus Undertaker. Again, AJ wins. Forget the Boneyard match. Oh, you could do another Boneyard match, but then get Gallows and Gallows or whatever it is. Gallows and Andrews or whatever it is their names are. I know they got fired, but you can always bring them back, can't you? And once you've got that, have that match, get them involved, get a pin, finish it, and that will be and then AJ wins by cheating or something. That will be perfect scenario, and that will be the end of the Undertaker, and it will be time for that will be a good finish to the end of his career. Anyway, that's it from me. What do you guys think, everybody? I quite liked it, Undertaker: The Last Ride. I'm going to watch episode 5. I'm going to find out whether he is going to retire. I don't think so, but it's something to learn from this, that's for sure. Okay, thank you for viewing this, everybody. Peace out. Have a great day. Please like, subscribe, and share. Share, suckers. Sorry, no suckers, but share, people. Come on, share and like. Do as much as you can, man. Thank you.